I got your news, player. Now, it's not too much going on today, you feel me? But let's get into what is going on. Understand what I'm saying? Let's get right into it. Hello? Chris Alferson, the actor, musician, and long haired activist who embodied the countercultural spirit of post war America, has passed at his home in Maui Wowie on Saturday. A representative confirmed he was 88. The cause of his passing is not yet available, and even if it was, I wouldn't tell you because that's something that here I believe families going through tough times deserve privacy when grieving the loss of their loved one. In other news, California's governor Gavin Newsom on Sunday voted a landmark artificial intelligence bill that was designed to have first in the nation safety regulations against AI misuse. He vetoed that bill. Now that's interesting. I don't know why he would do that. The big picture is backers of the bill say that it would require AI developers to comply with certain rules before developing models, had argued it would provide safety with workable provisions. I just feel like this is a topic I would further have to immerse myself in order to say, who's wrong or who's right, because both sides are saying different things. But you do have the big tech companies like Google reaching out and thanking the California governor for his working alongside with AI in the AI sector. He has a program that's supposedly making AI safe and working along with those big tech companies. I would like to add that I think whomever um side has the most benefits for small as well as the larger companies and the safety of the people is right. um Beyond all the money and all the technology, it is very beautiful to be able to use Chat GPT and Gemini, and Copilot and all of these AI um applications. I use them all the time. Um, but safety of the people comes first, or should come first. I know in a capitalist Americas, a lot of times our political figures are tied in with these billion-dollar companies and they stop looking out for the people's safety. Well, here we're going to say people and safety of those people because people are important. We hold the most value on the earth. Without people being on the earth, there is no AI. There is none of this stuff that we get to enjoy. So people's safety comes first. Also, without the people, none of that nobody would use the AI. So whatever is going on between these two sides, I think it is overall that they're arguing about safety is a good thing because it lets me know that even though they're on two different sides of the ball, they're kind of trying to make sure and look out for um, the well-being of the people and make sure applications are safe. Now, I'm not sure if him vetoing the bill makes things less safe. Like I said, they sources say he has his own AI program, you know what I'm saying, that he's working with these companies with. So we'll have to see how it unfolds, you guys. Let's get into some more news, shall we? In other news, Donald Trump is making yet again very bold statements, saying that the VP Kamala Harris should be disqualified. He says she should resign the vice presidency and go home to California. Trump told the cheering crowd while discussing the invasion at the US Mexico border. Let's talk about it. Um, I'm not into politics. As an Afrocentric American, I don't feel well represented by any campaign that has ever been or that I have ever saw. So that's that. I just want to put that out there. I'm not voting for nobody. I don't vote. I'm not voting for any belief outside of my own. And a lot of times, these political figures, um, when it come time to get reelected, they are with you. But when they get in office, you see that they have their own agendas. So that's just that for me. But I do love a good laugh, and I find political parties to be very entertaining and very funny in some of the things that they do. So I just like to pull out my popcorn and treat it like a comedy special. You see what I'm saying? Like a stand-up special live in front of you. You got action. You feel me? Um, so let's talk about it. Isn't it so funny how Donald Trump is like, yeah, she should be impeached. She should be not allowed to run for president. She should go back home to California. She should be investigated at the highest level, including the party. Isn't that funny? When he's have been investigated at a high level, when he's been going through a lot of these legal actions for the Capitol Hill stuff and for other things as well. Um, Politics is so funny, man. But at the same time, I feel like the orange haired man might have a slight point. Hear me out. I don't think he has the point for the same reason that I'm saying the point for. I know his point would be to further prosper his political reign in his party, and further separate that gap between Kamala and her party. But I do believe that a beautiful idea sometimes comes from the ugliest people. No shots fired at the orange head, man. You're beautiful, my boy. You're beautiful. But look, I think if you're in any sector of government, whether it be federal or state level, and you're dealing with anything involved in leading the nation or masses of people, and this goes for any country, I feel like you should definitely be investigated at the highest level. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing that happens once you do something wrong. Because when you're in those positions and you hold that much power, we can't afford for you to do something wrong. You do something wrong, we all fucking suffer, right? You know what I'm saying? I do something wrong, I suffer. You know what I'm saying? If Sally do something wrong, Sally suffer. But if the president do something wrong, the whole country can suffer behind those wrongdoings. Okay? So if you're in some kind of government, you should be in some kind of surveillance. Similar to how police now have to have a body cam. Something like that. Something that will promote staying on the right track. Because a lot of people get a lot of power and they often fall off of the track that they were on as far as being a person that's helping people and a person that's doing right by the people, because they get the big head, ego gets inflated, and it can happen to anyone. So to prevent that, shouldn't we be surveillancing all government officials to make sure that they stay somewhat in a line with things like the Constitution, with things like the laws, with things like making sure they're regulating things based off of bettering the country for the people and not their own personal agendas? I think we should. Comment in the comments if you think we should as well. I feel like that's a beautiful idea. Thank you, Donald Trump. Let's get into some more news, shall we? Oh, before I do, not to take nothing away from Kamala. Kamala, you're a beautiful soul as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said in the beginning, I'm not biased. It ain't one party or the other for me. I can give a fuck. Cause Quadeuce, your host, really know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And if you wanna know what's up on some woke type shit or some spiritual type shit or anything like that, you gonna have to follow my other channel. Right? You gonna have to follow my other channel. But it's a spiritual channel called The Essence of Quadeuce or Quadeuce's Essence. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but it's coming soon. So yeah. Matter of fact, since I'm saying something about it, it's coming today. So if you see this and you heard this, go on over there and follow my other channel. Appreciate it. In other news, for your weather, there is a formation of a tropical depression potentially, says the National Hurricane Center, in the Gulf Coast in between Mexico and Florida and stretching all the way to the Caribbean. So if you're in that area, pretty much Central America, be on the lookout for a tropical depression formation potentially. Now, they said they don't know, it's too early to tell if it would develop into a tropical depression, but it's expected to develop later on in this week, midweek. That is another successful episode of FYI with Quadeuce. Thank you for tuning in. And until 6 p.m., stay safe. And I promise I'll see you again.